Hey everybody, McDaddy0052 here with my first ever YouTube video. I decided to make it on a Fallout 76 wood farming video. Feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed. So to start this video, we're going to start off at Clancy Manor. From Clancy Manor, we're actually going to go to Hemlock Holes in this region in between Hemlock Holes. Then we're going to do this arc over the top of Wavy Willards to Black Bear Lodge. There's a lot of logs up behind Wavy Willards, and it's just this arc. It's loaded with them. 2,000 plus wood if you got woodchucker on. Also, you want to hit up back below Black Bear Lodge in between the two farms. There's a bunch of wood out there, but there's also a lot of hostiles. So if you're trying to mitigate the amount that you're using, it's not beneficial. This next spot, first thing I do is I switch to third person. Why? I just find it's a heck of a lot easier to find the wood, and it's easier to pick up, even though I biffed it there a couple of moments ago. Running from spot to spot, I'm going to show you a couple of the different logs. You'll become overly familiar when you're running around in this region. Down here, we're running down into the Hemlock Holes area. Again, I'm just blowing past a lot of this wood that's on the ground, but I want you to see how much is actually in this area. You want to make your way towards this chain link fence, this broken chain link fence. It's on either side of it. Bleached dogwood we'll talk about in a few moments here, but more importantly, just the logs. So going up over the fence, you kind of want to also keep your eye out for bent trees. This one isn't one of the bent trees that you're looking for, but in a few moments here I will have some for you to see. Basically, you want to find this bent / broken tree, and you want to pick the wood at the base of this tree. And as you can see right there, I could have picked it, but I didn't. So from here, we're going to go over to the next spot. So out behind Wavy Willards. Doesn't make sense for me to show you the 10 minutes of wood collecting that I had out behind Wavy Willards, but here it is. So again, more wood all over the place. Continuing this arc that we started out at Clancy Manor. You will start to see an increase in potential hostiles. There are a lot of radstags in this vicinity. Some may be erratic. Regardless of the erratic ones, they shouldn't give you too much of a hard time unless you're a super low level toon. And yeah, like this guy right here. And Fat's locked on. Oh, yeah. Oh, you get to live. So here's that bleached dogwood again that I was telling you about. Pick it up. It's got wood in it, even though it says bleached dogwood. You would think that it has wood in it, but it does have wood in it. Up over this hill we go. Just kind of keep going. See more radstags. As you get closer to Black Bear Lodge, you're going to see more wood. I know, I keep saying wood over and over and over again, but that's what you're going to find. You're going to find a lot of wood in this region. That's why you're watching this video. From here, we're just going to keep going. Lots of toxic soot flowers, some more bleached dogwood. Now we're going to head over to the Ash Heap. Ash Heap, this dark and dreary place, has, again, a lot of wood. Not nearly as much as the Toxic Valley, but a lot of wood. You're going to be looking for charred wood in this vicinity. You're going to be looking for also just down trees. As you can see, I continue doing this little jumping thing. This helps me see the wood that I'm trying to collect at a broader angle. You know, if it's on the ground, then I'll have a better chance of seeing it with the third person while jumping in the air. And you know, you got big logs, you got little logs. You're going to find charred logs in certain spots around here. The blight in the area is really good for helping you identify the charred logs. Not all the logs that you're going to find with the blight on it are going to be harvestable. But you're going to want to be basically in this region between Hornwright Testing Site 2 and Hornwright Testing Site 3. This is loaded. I can't explain it any further. spend the time, walk around. It's basically just roaming for wood in both the Toxic Valley and the Ash Heap regions. You'll find a lot of wood out towards the Big Bend West. You won't find it in that little area that I was highlighting over Abandoned Mineshaft 3. But again, if you have to go pick up wood in that region, I don't know why you need that much wood. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be highlighting some of the best areas to just go and harvest wood. These areas could be anything from Gilman Lumber Mill all the way up to a farm, all the way up to a fort. Wood's everywhere in this region. So here, this is a good area for starting level players. There are a few ticks around it, so not too big of a hostile presence. You basically go around this big log rack. Doesn't pick up or doesn't have any wood on it. This one up here, well, in the back of the truck it does, and then all these logs. Now you can see why I put it in third person, because it's just such a pain in the butt to pick up these wood logs just all over the place looking down. You have to look down, you don't know where you're going. It's nothing I want to be doing. Again with the ticks, bye-bye ticks. And then we're going to go off to the next region in a moment here. Oh, don't forget the buildings on the inside. They got some wood piles as well. Very important. So the next is we're going to go to Sylvia Homestead. We're really looking for Billings Homestead, though. The reason why we're looking towards Billings Homestead is not really the homestead itself, but the logs across the road, in between the road and the river from Billings Homestead. So you're just going to start taking off up this road, going southwest. This house on the right has a couple wood piles, and then this whole green region in between the road and the river, it's just going to have a lot of wood. Again, this is more of a roam pickup, but it's much more targeted. It's much more controlled. Wood is generally easier to find, which is why I put this as one of the go-to places to pick up. Now, we just barely got done fighting a bunch of enemies, and there's some more enemies. So we're going to make quick work of this with my plasma pistol, a little gung fu action, and that's the end of that. So from here, we're just going to go. So once you get out past the building, there's going to be the silo on the left-hand side of the road. This silo, you want to head towards the silo, but you don't want to go too far towards it. You want to stick to the right a little bit. Don't go past the tire swing, of course. Of course. You're going to end up right here. But big wood pile, and again, a bunch of wood just lying around. Prickett's Fort. Prickett's Fort is probably the best spot for collecting wood. Reason why Prickett's Fort is the best spot for picking wood is, well, you'll see in a second. The wood piles. Yeah, the wood piles. So, you want to spawn in Prickett's Fort, turn to your right, run up the hill. You want to go into building number 2. I'm doing this at night, so obviously I have to put on my Pip-Boy. But you can see all of these wood piles. Just start picking it up. Lots of wood. Lots and lots of wood. Some more wood. Alright, I'm done picking up wood there. I'm going to show you the next spot. So, you're going to leave that building. You're going to go up into the main Prickett's Fort area. And you're going to go past the shipping wooden boxes. And there's an even bigger wood pile than you saw in the first building. Again, all in one spot. You don't have to go everywhere to pick up wood. It's all right here. One spot. Has to be my favorite. The next is your junk. You get wood through all sorts of different kind of junk. I personally did not collect a ton of different items just because this is what I was able to find within just 5 minutes of items that contain wood. From there, break it down, get the wood out of it. Obviously, you'll get some other stuff from those wood items, but when you're chasing wood, it's wherever you can get it. So from there, that's going to be it for the wood farm. If you folks enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below. Also, if there is a piece of junk that you folks would like to see me farm next, drop a comment below. Have a good one, folks. Peace.